Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the channel, everybody, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of my Elder Kings 2 series, The Path to Alaxon. This is episode 42. I'm your amazing liege lord, the Godless Gamer. No 15-minute preamble required for today's episode. We're not going to do that again. I had to explain all of that. I don't regret doing that 15-minute thing at the beginning of our last episode. It was worth it. It was the reason why we got 4 legacies in one episode, which is really, really cool. I can't promise something like that again today. I think that was probably going to be like a one-off. The only other time that we're going to get to enjoy something like that is when we can upgrade our temples up to level 3 and I do the whole thing over again. But by that time, our legacies will be so expensive that I doubt we'll get 4 in one episode again, you know what I mean? So that was kind of a one-off. It was great. I had so much fun last episode because we got a bunch of conquest, we got the 4 legacies, we're making the most amount of money that we've ever made, we have the largest armored army that we've ever had. Things are just going really, really well for Feanor right now, and I'm living high. We want to get more conquest today, but I want to throw in some activities. We haven't done a lot of activities. I want to do another tournament, and because I want to keep working for perfection. The name of the series is The Path to Alaxon, and there are still things that I could do to make Feanor even more amazinger than he already is. My Hostilitor trait could use some work, so that's why I want to do a tournament today. Where is my Hostilitor trait? I have so many freaking traits, I can't do it. Here we go. So we'll do another event, another foot event, another bow event, and then more magical, another arcane clash, because we want to keep boosting this. Every time I boost this, it helps with my magical themed men-at-arms regiments, which I have a bunch of. So let's keep doing this. We're going to do a tournament. We might not do 4 events because there's no real need to, so we'll do a semi-short tournament and we'll just do 3 events that pertain to these 3. So let's try to get these up to level 3. Keep boosting all of this. Which is the one that's giving me the renown? Oh, it's the horse one, and we've already got that up to level 3, so we can't boost our renown anymore. But we can get a small health boost, and army gold maintenance will be reduced. Prowess per stress level. Get the hell out of my face. I hate that. I hate it. A number of knights I like, though, and the size of men-at-arms regiments +2. I'm sorry, guys. I just hate that kind of modifier. It's so dumb. So let's do a tournament after we get this conquest, because I want to juggle doing the tournament at the same time that I'm managing this, so it's not just you guys watching me manage this, because you've seen me do that like a million times. So we'll do something fun while we're doing that. But that's not the only event we're doing today. We're going to start today's episode because we can boost something else about ourselves still. I can still get a 5-star intrigue education. And it's time for another university visit. Hopefully our last one. I know our last university I said that we would be done going to school and we'd never see a chalkboard again. But I was wrong. We can still improve our intrigue. But our last university visit was for magic, and we did get 5-star that time. So let's get a 5-star education for our intrigue. There's a closer university here, but let's go to this one. It seems like I'll have a better and easier time going here. Now, I'm saying this out loud to myself. University visits tend to be stressful, and that's another reason why I'm doing this. I want to try to have a mental break so we can somehow, maybe, get rid of this melancholic trait that I've been dealing with ever since my first wife died. She was my best friend, and when she died, we became melancholic, and we've had it ever since. So, if I have a mental break, there's a chance I can get rid of that, but I have to say this out loud to myself. I have to avoid stress-relieving events. I can't forget to not do stuff like that. We want to have a mental break purposefully. I know that sounds so weird, but increase my martial by 1? That's really nice. Thank you, sir. Or madam. Okay, we're back to upgrading our estate again. Between the episodes, I looked at this empty slot, and I looked at the rest of the buildings, and without getting too long-winded, because I want to keep playing, Just take it from me. The rest of these buildings are not super high value to me. They're not high impact anymore. We're so late in the campaign. I'm making so much damn money. I'm making so much damn influence. I'm just making so much of damn everything that all of these are kind of pointless. But I did ultimately decide on the grain field. So even though, I mean, look at this. My domicile income will increase by 0.4. So what? Like, give it to somebody who needs it, you know what I mean? I mean, I'll take the income, but development growth is always useful to me. No matter how late in the campaign, development growth is always good, so at least I'm getting value from this. Just honestly, take my word for it. I'll even scan these slowly, so maybe you guys can read them and be like, Godless Gamer, what the hell are you doing? This one's so strong. Like, market here increases powerful family rating. What? I don't need that. I'm the emperor. I'm the most powerful family on the planet. It's just completely low impact. But I'm gonna build the grain field anyway, and I need to make sure I'm keeping on top of this because the buildings finish really quickly. So I'll try to stay on top of that. I went over my empire with a fine-tooth comb again, and I found some temples that I didn't upgrade. And there's this one that I need to upgrade too, but I can't upgrade it until this is done, which is why I put my steward here, so this frickin' building will finish quicker. And we can upgrade this temple. So between the episodes, including that one that I just did, I wasn't counting, but I must have gotten like 20 or 25 temples upgraded, ones that I didn't see. Like, cut me some slack. There's like hundreds of baronies across my empire, so I had to go through every single one of them. And I did end up missing some, but I got them. I got the rest. So while it's not going to be enough renown to like give us four legacies in one episode, maybe it'll give us like 1 or 2. So this is my house on the inside, and this is my house on the outside. Okay, we'll move this down here. Did the game not just tell me there's a situation? I hate when it does that. Stop lying to me, game. I'm wasting my time. Alright, man. This is officially the last time you have to ever see a chalkboard. Come on, man. The last time we got our 5-star education, we came home, we showed our wife our diploma, and she immediately got pregnant. So that can't happen anymore, because she's not fertile anymore, but... Alright, so many things to manage. Before I upgrade the grain field, let's upgrade the other buildings that are more useful to me. Olive plantation, disease resistance, or plague resistance, always useful. Okay, see what I mean? Here's the stress. Here's the stress that I want to take. But I might be sacrificing the quality of my education here. If we don't get a 5-star intrigue education... Look, my primary goal with this is to get the 5-star education. It's just that if I don't try hard to stress out, I never will. I have to purposefully make dumb decisions to get myself to stress out so we can get rid of melancholic. But it's going to be a negative to my education here. If I choose this option, I don't get any stress. If I choose this option, I get a little bit. At least we get... Alright, if we get to level 2, at least I'll be satisfied. I say that every time we go to university. So if we get at least 2, I'll be satisfied. I said before we left for this that I was going to try to stress out. Okay, that building must have finished. A Dremora. Why is he allowed in university? Oh no, we already upgraded it. Okay, never mind. No more worrying about that anymore. I gain an expert... I'm just between a rock and a hard place, man. I want to get a 5-star education, but at the same time, I want to stress out. Uh, hold on. I just got reminded of something. I don't need that fertility from Mara anymore. Arcana would be nice. I have a bunch of children now, and I want to start casting Calm on not just my current heir, but I have a spare son now too, and I want to protect him. He's young enough that he hasn't gotten any stress-related negative traits yet, so I want to be casting Calm, and the higher my Arcana, the faster I regen. Alright, that was kind of an aside. That has nothing to do with anything. It's just one of those things that popped into my head. Let's get that Expert Conjuration perk. Screw the stress. You know what? Disloyal. Why did you think you would be allowed in here? Convert. Get out. Is it lovely? Not really. It's still no renown boost, but since it's an item that I can give to so many different people, I have a bunch of landed family members everywhere that hold kingdoms and stuff. So let's give them items. If I'm not going to make any use of them, they can make use of them. I'll give it to the grandson. He's not yet. It's going to take me a while to make him the king of Breville, because I have to take all this. But we can give him a crown. Alright, we're getting the theme song. It's probably going to get interrupted, but we're used to that. Alright, give him the crown that's just not going to serve any purpose for me. Oh, I have a sword that I can give to somebody. I have a knight that... Ooh! I have an empty Acolyte slot. I didn't realize I... We got that when we got one of our legacies last episode, and I totally forgot about it. Knight effectiveness. Highly increased chance of death in battle for knights fighting the person who has this accolade. That's cool. You and your primary heir may gain the Aspiring Blade Master trait every few years. That's another aspect of myself that I haven't gotten that trait before. Alright, so we'll do that. Blade Master. And... don't care about Dread Gain. My Gloryhound Vassal opinion is already amazing because I'm a Conqueror. Zealot Vassals. Hostilitor trait experience gain plus 10%. I'm gonna do this tournament. But he's not gonna rank up the accolade high enough for it to make a real difference. I'm only gonna get 10%. But that's 10% that I wouldn't have otherwise. Because I'm literally gonna do this tournament, and that would help me get my Hostilitor traits up. Let's do it. This guy's my best knight. He's the knight with the highest prowess. What should we name him? How we do? I've done this before in another series. It sounds familiar, but the Lord's Might. It's pretty clear cut. He's a frickin' Blade Master, he's a contender, he's got 49 prowess. He's the Lord's Might, alright. And I didn't do it right. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, finally, another accolade that we can fill. I should have done that before, but it's something I missed. But I went into the Knights. Because I have sons. I just want to make sure they're not serving. Because we're about to declare war, and I just want to make sure none of my sons... Forbid my daughter. Forbid my grandson. I'm going to land him in a second. My son, forbid. Like, they're low down on the list, but still, I want to take these precautions. Okay, my son isn't. Alright, let's go. Back to business. Let's finish this. I'm sorry, guys. I just keep getting distracted by things. I don't want these people to join my court. Damn it. My great-granddaughter-in-law has been showing signs of pregnancy. Monthly lifestyle experience plus 1%? No, not monthly. Monthly! Okay, there we go. Some more development growth. More disease resistance. My grandson he's a champion of sanguine. He's the king of Skywatch. Alright, there's not much I can do about it because he stays our religion, but I have another reason to lock him up if he ever becomes a problem. Which he's probably not going to. I don't see any reason to lock my son up. I can't do anything about that. It's not a lot of stress, but it's something. Okay, so we got to tier 2. 58 stress, that's what I'm talking about. It sounds so weird to talk like this, but... We didn't improve our education, we're still at 4-star, but we got 2 free perks out of it. So we didn't get either of the things that we wanted. But I'm basically right on the cusp of stressing out. Is there anything that I can do to... What really sucks is, like, there's nothing that I can do to stress out. Like, nothing stresses me out. Blackmailing people doesn't stress me out. Getting hooks on people, doing any of that. Murdering people doesn't cause me stress. Like, there's nothing I can do. I just have to hope some kind of stressful event comes along. Alright, I have a new Chancellor. Okay, once we get back, we'll declare our war on Skingrad. We're gonna have a lot to manage. But while we're managing it, we'll do our tournament. Domain taxes plus 20%. 1079. Let's see how much of a difference it makes. 1096. It's something. Come on. I like how it's at 99. I just need 1 stress. Come on, man. Please. Whatever the event is, I'll do it. Okay, wow, that was really quick. I befriended my, my Chancellor. Here it is. Oh my... Is she hideous? Oh my god, guys. Do I take one for the team? I've lived my entire life without cheating on my wife. Every woman that's thrown themselves at me, I always say no. But of course, the one time where I'm willing to do it, she's hideous. She's not even good looking or anything. I lay with it. This is the luckiest woman ever. Because I want to have this mental break. She better not get pregnant. This is a secret. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? I was overwhelmed by stress. Okay. I lose a level of devotion. That's not a big deal. None of these, none of these allow me to get rid of my melancholic trait. Whoops. I wanted to find her. I lost her. I wanted to murder her. No, she's not my lover or anything. She's not my lover. Okay, we'll just pretend like it never happened, because I was gonna murder her. She just got lucky. I clicked off. I don't want to try to find her. She's too ugly to try to find again. Alright, now we're making a decent amount. 1,200. Let's declare this war now. We need to get our mind off of that. I thought that would get rid of my melancholic traits. Forge a crown, son? Absolutely. Look how depressed we looked on our throne. With our wife sitting right next to us, she can never know. Alright, let's position our flag. I should only need my men-at-arms like we've only had to use in the past few wars. She's allied with an adventurer. No money for mercenaries. Very weak army. All I need are my men-at-arms. What's gonna happen? Becomes my vassal, may become an adventurer. So, because this Casus Belli is for the kingdom title, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take the kingdom title from her, but if she has any other titles, oh yeah, so she's gonna become a duke after we're done. All right, so we're gonna have a lot to manage, but that's okay. It's gonna be worth it. Look how neglected this part of the world is. Look at all these empty baronies. I don't understand why the AI doesn't do something with the empty land. Like, I'm sure the land has changed hands over the years. It's, you know, been under the control of one person, and it's been under the control of another person. But you'd think one of them would develop something. Like, I'm not complaining because I get to benefit from it, but it's just, I don't understand why the AI doesn't fill the baronies up. I don't get it. More renown for me. Alright, let's forget that we banged a hideous woman. To no avail, because we didn't not become melancholic. Alright, I want to have my realm priest converting. Whoops, something I forgot about. I converted this guy back. He was spreading heresy, and I converted him to my religion. Now I need to tell him to start converting again. But my realm priest is successfully converting things. Hey, look at this. Only completed 4 years. There's still pieces of this that I can't convert. It's still impossible. But in the places where it is possible, it's only 4 years. I think our conquests, little by little, are making a difference here. 4 years? Alright, let's have our realm priest do that. Just need to keep her busy doing something. Because being on religious relations is totally pointless. bound armor. Swiftness. And I like that they're charging right at me. Thank you. The leader is commanding the armies. I do like their little symbol. Red is my favorite color, and black and red go well together. Kind of like it. My daughter, who I'm prepared to start getting lands, this daughter right here, I have her pinned because I want to make her the king of Skingrad, and I'm really glad that she just had 2 children because she's securing her line of succession. That's what I want to see. She can name him whatever she wants. But she's going to be the new ruler of Skingrad, the kingdom, because we will get to make the kingdom after this conquest, because we own the rest of it already. So she's going to be a future queen. That was really easy. We just had to win the battle. We didn't have to do any sieges. Oh, yeah. Shit. Didn't expect this. It's okay. It's okay. I totally forgot about this. We're gonna have a truce with her now, and I can't revoke her title until it's over. I'm really impatient. I am really, really impatient. I don't want to sit here for 4 years without being able to manage this. We're murdering her. And this is a practical murder. This is not... I wouldn't call this a mistake. I would call this an oversight. But she'll die in 10 days. We'll be fine. I don't think I'll need this, but we'll turn our Spy Master on support schemes. She can wipe that dumb smile off her face. We failed. Even with my Spy Master on. Alright, there is a little duchy here that we conquered that I can manage, at least, while we wait for that. Get him to convert first to improve his opinion, which will make it more likely that he'll accept this. 88%, I can live with that. The worst part is that he's craven and he's terrified, but he's still, with 88% chance, he still rose up. I shouldn't have disbanded my army before I had this all done with. It's fine, we'll smack this, we might have to execute this kid. There's another piece that we can manage. Alright, is this kid gonna stand up to me too? With his Klingon forehead? Since I'm already raising up my forces to put down the one rebellion, 60... I'm not going to fabricate a hook. And we can murder this woman in 5 seconds. He accepted. Alright, good for him. Minus 69. Get out of here. Let him rebel. He's just going to be along the way to fighting this guy. So let him rebel. This is not really going as I planned, but it's okay. It's a minor inconvenience. It's like swatting a fly. And we're back down below stress. I guess that murder scheme... actually caused me to relieve stress. Alright, let's take the fat ramp, and, they immediately start running away. And my grandson I'm willing to land as well. That's another person I pinned up. Yes, free renown. It's been a while since I got this event while I've been sponsoring something. Get out of here, you big-chinned abomination. I can't do the tournament until these rebellions are put down. Let me get everything into my domain, and then we'll do the tournament. Oh, it's too late to run now. Wow, that was way too easy to siege. I gained 44 dread. What's my dread right now? It's already at 100. Aw, poor little kid. I have to execute him. I have to put my foot down. He revolted against his lord. His lord demanded something of him, and he rejected me. I normally don't execute kids. We won't do it publicly, because I can't. But, well, we're gonna kill this kid. Sorry, kid, but I have to make an example of you. Because I still have people that I need to revoke titles from, and I don't want them getting any funny ideas. Okay, she converted. 96%. Watch, she's gonna rebel too. Even though she's 84 and she's on her deathbed. Nope, she's good. Alright, this is an academy holding. I need to make sure I build a castle. There's 3 empty baronies, see what I mean? Look, the computer, or the AI, didn't even bother to fill this farmland. Like, it's just leaving money on the table. Dude, look how fast my army is. Holy crap. Alright, there's a child that can be educated, apparently. I don't have... Oh yeah, my 2 grandsons, and that's perfect, because I have 2 empty ward slots. I'll raise them both. Give me something to do. And I'm sure my son will appreciate it. Or no, my daughter. My daughter. When I make her the king, they're gonna leave, but maybe I'll get a few personality traits into them before they leave. Sorry, kid, you're a criminal. You're a bastard. So you gotta go. I'm going freaking rage mode on people, committing murders, beheading children. I just don't have patience for malcontent. Oh my god, here's another child that I'm gonna have to murder. Alright, please just accept, little girl. I'm trying to cut you some slack. Your crown reminds me... Your hairstyle and crown reminds me of, Jasmine from Aladdin. So, I'm trying to cut you some slack, and I feel bad that you're deficient. Don't give me an excuse, girl. Please. Don't make me commit triple homicide. 15... Why are these kids have, like, balls of steel? I have my troops raised up already, so if she rebels... Oh my god. Alright guys, if my episodes had a title, this is not one of those series, and some of my other series I title the episodes, but this one would just be child murder, or... I don't know. That's not creative at all. And I'm sure the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, would love that. Oops. Let's just take this so I don't take attrition. Moving to the next tile. You know, it'd be really funny if she was commanding. This little girl was commanding. Alright, there's a plague going on. I'm having too much fun killing kids. It's down here. And, speaking of down here, I need to keep developing down here. Sensual still needs my attention. Slightly. We're almost done with it. You can transfer somebody to somebody else. Is that part of your kingdom? Yeah, it is. Alright, I'll do that. Hey, look at this. I didn't realize this. There's a king that I didn't land myself. That's my dynasty member. Alright, so cool. Another dynasty member that's a king. Alright, we'll deal with prisoners after this is over. This is way more tedious than I thought it was going to be, but I'm having fun. I'll be completely honest. I'm having fun. As we enter the Priory of Goddel's Font, which is a stupid-ass name, a devilish idea crosses my mind. I'm gonna murder more children. A few troops lie on the brink of death with Arenel to marry Feanor's Fury. Another plague that's named after me, and that's too much. Come on, something simpler, please. And soon we'll depart from this world. It's possible, however, for them to serve me in this war, even in death. The miasma from the corpses will surely cause more of my soldiers to fall ill. Unless we are to dispose of the body somehow. Yeah, just... I should be managing all of this while I'm doing this, but I'm not doing a good job, guys. I'll be completely honest. Not doing a good job. Is this a duchy capital? It is. Alright, so whoever I put here, they better not be disloyal. Please don't be disloyal. Because I said it. It's because I said it out loud. Because I was trying to bargain with the game. Lesson number 1. Don't bargain with the game. Because I need him to be loyal, because if I'm gonna make him the Duke, I'm gonna tell him to convert the entire duchy, so he needs to be not disloyal. Alright, temple. City. There's nothing I need to build here, but I can land my daughter. Siriwen, who's named after my ex-wife. My first wife. Before I give her this... I've said this before, this is not going to be a real hindrance to her, but I'm still going to do it anyway, because it's habit. To give the the castles underneath her away first. So she has to go through the work of taking them back. So we'll make you the count for now. She was my executioner. I forgot that I made her my executioner. So she killed a couple of kids before we landed her. Alright, Fat Ramp. Stupid name. Need to build a temple there. Let's have our steward doing something. And let's get back to it. I'm noticing a republic right here and a theocracy right here. I just lost my caravan master. We just gained a rival. Caravan master first, because that's important. I have a daughter that's not doing anything. We'll give her that job. I needed to fill this immediately because I'm getting the army movement speed from Caravan Master. There's no real rush to do the executioner. But maybe having a wet nurse is important because I have those 2 grandsons that I had. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, please, please don't do it. I mean, I'm sorry, kid. I don't know what to tell you. Your advisors should have told you that you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Wow, look at this shady guy. Not a fan of her personality, but wet nurses typically don't last long because there's a certain point where they stop being eligible to be a wet nurse. And at that point, I normally just tell them to leave. So even though she's evil, she is good. It's a weird thing to say. She's evil, but she's good at the job that I hired her for. Alright, dumbass lady with your stupid hat, convert to my religion. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pretty feisty today. I don't know. I guess I'm in a... graceful aging. I guess I'm in a mood. Gonna keep my troops raised up. Yeah, this guy looks shady as hell. I kind of wanted him to fight against me so I can have a reason to kill him. Because I didn't like his face. You cannot revoke titles from a vassal who has a vassal contract with protected title revocation. I can't do anything about it, which means... you guessed it. It's time for Moida. Oh, wow. There's somebody else that I'm trying to murder, and I totally forgot about it. Oh, yeah, the disloyal guy. Okay, I'm just doing so many things. So many freaking murders. Murders on top of murders. How many murders has my son helped me commit? He's always one of my agents. Alright, who was the disloyal guy that we killed? It was the Duke of, it was the guy I put here. Oh, no, it was the guy I put here. Somebody else took over. At least she's not disloyal. Okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure that the entire duchy was complete. I have a lot of duchy titles right now, and I'm over my duchy limit, so I need to make sure I get rid of these as soon as I get them. I could build 2 temples here. Castle. And a temple. This one needs a castle. Whoops, almost misclicked there. Can I disband now? I'm just a murder machine. Alright, this guy with the funny hat. Hey, this is a high elf themed hat, so I can't make fun of it. Alright, yeah, so he still has title revocation, but because it's a new person, I can modify the contract. And then we can revoke. Okay, lords and ladies, that's everything. Oh, no, except this little girl that we still have in prison. Oh, I haven't decided her fate yet. I'm sure she was hoping I would have forgotten about her. But I didn't forget. I'm probably getting, like, a bunch of dislikes on this video because I'm killing little girls. Well, tough. Getting the theme song again? Is this the second time? Alright, I can disband. And with the murder of that little girl, we get the theme song. Okay, let's begin the tournament, because if I don't begin it now, we're never gonna get it done. And there's the end of the song. I'll become the owner of a statue of Fine Aster. We don't want anybody to get anything. Sapiarchus is something that I've been holding on to for a really long time. Improve my learning. Just gonna quickly tell prisoners to get out, so I can plan my tournament without distractions. Okay, this way we can manage things and we can do a tournament at the same time. I want to check on my son's calmed. 668, so in 1 year. Okay, I think it's... We have more children in here? Oh yeah, this is the kid that my new wet nurse brought in, and I have a great-grandson who's an illegitimate bastard. My son can take him on. Actually, no. He's not worth my son's time. He's not worth my son's time. Wifey, you take care of this bastard. And I'll be nice and give him... He is in my family. It's not his fault that he's a bastard, but... He's not of the same nobility as the rest of us. This is the kid that my wet nurse brought in with her. She can raise her own son. Too many health duchies. Alright, that's fine. It's only going to be temporary. Don't need any of these. Don't need any of these. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. Tournament. 3 events. 1 foot, 1 bow, and 1 arcane clash. We'll do the bow one first, because it's the first one I saw. Then we'll do... How about we do a duel? And then arcane clash. I can deactivate this one, but we'll keep our bound armor on. I don't think I need that. I'll try not to get tunnel vision on the tournament. But I can't really help it because it brings you into this screen, so I'll do my best here. We already qualify for the bow. Let's try to get more items that get renown, like favors of a lady or favors of a lord. We want those, so we can give them to children. And look at that. Right before the tournament starts, we benefit from the accolade that I made earlier. I just got the Aspiring Blade Master trait. Perfect timing, dude. Oh my god. Prowess +3, disease resistance, small health boost. We did just get it. We haven't leveled it up at all, but at least we got that +3 to our prowess. That's perfect for the duel. Thank you, sir. Giving me traits that I haven't gotten yet, after 200 years of living. If we want to go to the artisan quarters... try to improve our score. Looks alright to me. Aleva's testing a bow I brought in for her to check over. I rifle through the stacked sheaves on the table beside me, and she continues to check it over. The leading edge looks a bit off. The bowyer's eyes narrow as she grips the bow's limbs tightly, bending them further and further. There, see? There's some warping in the... Crack! Aleva's mouth gapes in shock as the bow splits. Her protestations that the check was necessary and the bow would have broken anyway ring about the room, but it was I who have been left bereft. You better give me a replacement free of charge. Damn right! She's the dumbass that broke it. You break it, you bought it. Alright, he's forging the crown, forging the table, goblet I don't give a crap about. I like that the court empties out when a tournament's going on. Who was denied access to the tournament? Who's this kid? Is this the bastard kid? Is that the bastard kid? And look, he's crying. He's crying. I feel that he's like crying because he didn't get to go to the tournament. Yeah, it's the bastard kid. He's crying. Aw, because he's a bastard, he wasn't allowed to the tournament. And then the rest of these people are my guests. And then I guess this daughter, she's too young. Poor kid. Ooh. My current son has gotten all my attention because I keep casting Calm on him. My spare son, this one, let's give him some ability to relieve stress easily. He's not in my court. Get the hell back in here. Why are these kids just wandering off and leaving my court, you dumbass? Alright, we'll give him these leopard claws, because it helps with stress. And I'm going to cast Calm on him. Let's do less, or no, yeah, let's do Common for him. He still has yet to get a stressful negative trait. Consult the Xarxians. Alright, come on, please choose my primary heir. They've chosen dumb kids every time. Chose my daughter. Alright, she's not a dumb choice. She's one of my most impressive kids. She got a great personality. But she's not my son. She's not my heir. Alright, we'll get back to the tournament in a second, I promise. Moo. Okay, so the academy is no longer the county capital. It's not a lot of renown, but it's something. We're making a decent amount of renown passively. Alright, let's see if we've been getting a bunch of renown. We're halfway to our next one. I'm willing to bet that some of the temples that I built up, they're probably finishing right about now. But I haven't noticed a large jump in our progress to our next legacy. Do you want to upgrade the doghouse? Stress gain minus 20%. Yeah, let's do that one first. How are we doing with Senchal? Hostilitor trade experience gain plus 10%. Another... Hell yes. I think we're going to do really well with our Hostilitor. Before these events start, let's check it again. So we're almost up to 3, almost up to 2. Still need to get to 2. We're not cheating. We're not cheating unless absolutely necessary. I could screw up her shot. Let's do it. That's not cheating, that's just coughing. I legitimately had a cough. I don't think we've ever failed an archery contest. I don't think we've ever failed. Merry aim for 5 years. Hostilitor trade experience, another 10%. I'm not in this for the prizes, but it'll be interesting to see how they turn out. I can gain the poet trait, another trait that I don't have. This is a good way to relieve stress. It's another way to relieve stress. Diplomacy per level of fame plus 1. That's going to boost my... my already amazing diplomacy up even more. 77. Are we going to be able to break 100 with one of our skill points? Somebody's giving me money that I don't need? Why would you do that? Alright, let's check on these plagues. Because every time I see these things up here, I get nervous. Okay, we're waiting for the next event to begin. How are we doing in qualifications? We qualify. Become the owner of a favor of a lady. What's the difference between these two? Oh, it just depends on the woman. Do I want to be flirted on by this adulterer, incestuous woman with tickle britch who's impure? Or this lady, who's just lustful? I'll do that one. But we're gonna immediately reject her advances. Because I just wanted that item. Now, I know that actually, maybe I should keep it equipped, because if you have this equipped during the tournament, it improves your odds of winning the events. I just have to remember to take it down. I can't forget. It's just one of those things I'm gonna forget, you know? I'll try not to. But I have to give that to a family member. I'll give that to my daughter, who's gonna be the king. Improving one of my books on display? Sure. Who were... Callus is partaken in the meat mandate as dictated by the Green Pact. This is normally the picture for cannibal. Oh no, it is cannibal. It is. So she's a cannibal. We're fighting her first, so we better not lose. And we have to hope that she doesn't cut a piece of us off in the middle of the battle, because then she's just going to immediately start eating it. Alright, we have to beat this woman. Flex for the crowd. Prowess in diplomacy or prowess in martial... Oh, diplomacy is definitely much stronger. There we go, we beat the cannibal. Arms raised in victory. And it's a good thing that I changed my ruler into his glass armor. I did that between the episodes too. He's constantly wielding his sword because he's a conqueror, so I thought to myself, alright, fine, man. If you're gonna have a sword on you all the time, you might as well wear the armor too. Alright, since we're done with that event, and our domain limit shot up, that means that things are done. Doing my best to juggle both of these at the same time, guys. My realm priest is still converting, but we need to move our steward here. Wow, this woman is coming into this fight already wounded. Alright, we're wiping the floor with these people. Just one more battle. Let's just hope we win, because if we win, we get more hostile looter experience. If we lose, we get some, but we want the max amount. Okay, so we're fighting a Dunmer in his bone mold armor, and we're the High Elf in our glass armor. Come on, man, you can do this. Who's the better elf race? Part of me wants to say Dark Elf because the Dark Elves are still my favorite over the High Elves, but for the purposes of this playthrough, I have to roleplay as a High Elf. You gain Low Blower for 10 years. Opinion of male rulers. General opinion. If I hit him with a nut shot, like, everybody hates me for it. Alright, let's... Screw it. I'm doing a nut shot. See? Now I don't regret doing the nut shot. Oh, no, I could do the disqualified. Active tyranny. Do I have tyranny right now? I've been doing this a lot recently in my tournaments. I do have some tyranny right now. And I did say before that I would only cheat if absolutely necessary. It's absolutely necessary. He cheated. Even though I kicked him in the nuts. Alright, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. It's okay. I'm so arbitrary. I should have the arbitrary personality trait, because I just keep flip-flopping. And one day I'm just a happy guy and letting people go, and then the next day I'm murdering kids. Okay, this one should be next. I'll go speed 5. I'll speed it up a little bit. What are we doing on time? We just hit over an hour. Okay, so once we're done managing all this and once the tournament's over, we'll wrap it up then. We probably got another 10 minutes or so for this one. Let me check on my my wards. Still nothing I can do. I'm just gonna permanently keep my wife on diplomacy for now until the end of the tournament. So, what I don't like about this is that the progress to victory is 98%, and now we're doing another part of this that's completely up to RNG. So, if I choose the wrong one, it just goes all the way down to 0. Okay, we won. But this is only going to last up to the 3rd event, because the 3rd event we're going to lose. This is the woman that we beat in the duel. This is the cannibal. I can't lose to her. Alright, hold on. In the middle... this is when I yelled to the crowd, alright, time out. Hold on. I gotta develop my realm. Time out, ref. Okay, time in. Time out, time out. Damn it. And I can't do anything about that because I couldn't cheat my way to victory this time. Alright, let's check our hostile looter trait. At least we won one event. See, so the one we won, we got the most. We did get some dynasty... Oh, we got some renown out of it. I became the owner of a prized ring, which is a piece of crap. Okay, let's check our hostile looter. Still didn't get to level 2. We're up to level 2 bow, almost up to level 3. So we did make some progress. Some progress is better than none, you know? Got some renown out of it, too. How close are we to our legacy? Come on. We're at holding taxes plus 15%. 1125. 1156. I have to check the pieces of furniture I have on display for that, but we're gonna re-equip our brooch. Give that favor a lady to... Or favor of a lady to my daughter, who I'm gonna make... Oh no, the one that I landed here. Yeah. We'll give her the favor of a lady. And maybe a crown or something. I think I have some crowns that I can give her. We'll give her this. Allow her to marry if her husband... or if something happens to him. Yeah, I can give her that crown. What about this regalia? Nope, she can't use a throne. Let's give her that one. And then I also need to give that sword to my knight. So many freaking items, the list is so damn long. Here it is. Alright, boost him up to 50. Moo. How are we doing on control? Look at that. A shouting match disrupts an otherwise peaceful day. My guards are arguing at the gates with someone demanding to be let in. It turns out to be an old, battle-hardened orc, whom I have never seen before. I decide to intervene before things get out of hand. The orc greets me respectfully as I approach him. My lord, I am here to ask for a favor. I'm growing older every day, and I cannot bear the prospect of a peaceful death. It is my greatest wish to die in battle, but no one is able to best me in combat. Your skill with a blade is well known. I mean, yeah. I just became an aspiring blade master like 5 seconds ago, but... Will you meet me in a duel to the death? I've got my armor. And we became an aspiring blade master. Got that prowess. I don't think I've ever dueled anybody before, so I want to do this. Okay. High increase of likelihood to your success. Medium, I don't care about getting injured. I can always just heal myself. Even if I'm taking stress, I can do it. I can deal with it. We won. Alright. Alright, baby, we finally... I mean, I think that's one of the ways I can improve my Aspiring Blade Master trait, is by doing duels and stuff. Did it improve? Lorzub did not lie. He is a fierce duelist, and he certainly doesn't want to die without giving his very best in his last fight. But in the end, he was no match for my skill. Moments before I delivered the final blow, but for a split of a second, a relieved smile appeared on the old orc's face. As he lies dead at my feet, I notice the bulky yet impressive army he's wearing. Certainly a fitting reward for sending his soul to his god. Alright, so you know what? Check it out. We lost the duel during the tournament, but we got involved in a real duel, and we kicked ass. And my armor sucks. Did we get better armor? We did. Check it out. Selling this piece of crap. I don't need that. And I can sell this armor too. It does nothing. I was just using it because I didn't have any previously, so... It's not worth giving to a child either because it's just pointless. Alright, so we won a duel and we got a reward out of it. Settle down, boy. Settle down. I forgot that we got access to these 2 slots. I'll check those later. For now, we'll upgrade the grain field. We're getting close to wrapping this one up, guys, and I don't want to sit here and make a decision on one of those buildings. It's not imperative. We're almost done. 4 more counties to go. Or more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. We're still almost done, because we built them all at the same time, essentially, so they're all going to finish around the same time. See? Dude, you can't even use this. Oh no, he's asking me to... No, it's mine. I want that. That's something I can give away, even though I don't think they can use it, because I've filled their court up already. I was really hoping we get our legacy. Maybe after all these temples are done, it'll give us just enough. But after getting 4 legacies in one episode, it's like... sucks to go back to getting the irregular amount, you know? Okay, monasteries. There we go. This is a duchy that I can create. Why does it seem like my realm priest is perpetually on 3 years? Is time not going by or something? Yeah, my granddaughter just had a grandson. And then just the last thing we need to do is fill this up. We could do that right now. I'll get there in a second, but we'd have to start the construction of the second temple. And then when that's done, that's when we'll wrap it up. Because then we'll be done with Skingrad. I can land my daughter, make her a king. And end what has been a really fun episode. Just that middle part where I was just committing murders after murders, that was just really fun. We'll build hospices here. That's fine. It's alright. Got the Aspiring Blade Master trait. We won a duel against an orc. Even though we couldn't win a duel in a stupid-ass tournament, we can win in real life, and... a special building slot here. This is the duchy capital, so... Yep. Okay. I can create the duchy. I can give her the duchy title because we're done managing the duchy, but I can't create the kingdom until I'm done with this. Alright, daughter, I'm trying to be nice to my family members, and I'm trying to land them. Please don't get yourself killed. Please. Let's check on my wards again. Still haven't learned. This is the county that I literally just took. It's right here. It's right here, and it's breaking out already. I was about to say, what the hell is... Why is my daughter my physician? It's just that that event came in first. For a second, I thought my daughter was my physician. About to say, what the hell? Risks destabilizing the entire realm. Well, that's okay, as long as it's happening over here. I don't want it to kill my daughter. I'm not saying a word. Not saying a word, just doing it. No one can know about this. Not a damn person can know about this. I will not allow it. Like it never happened. And then she can follow him to the grave. Never saw them. They never existed. Never talk about them again. Back to business. Hey, husband, where's that woman and that kid that just came in here 5 seconds ago? Nothing? They were lost. They made a wrong turn at Albuquerque, so I sent them on their way. And then her response is, well, good, because she was hideous. Yeah, she was. Alright, let's... I think that's a great way to end this. What's going on here? A sponsor inspiration, another crown. Alright, keep cranking him out, son. He's a crown-making machine. And what do you know? Look at that. That was just enough to get our legacy. Hell yeah. So we do get a legacy today. I didn't check to see if I made sure I got rid of all the republics and stuff. Yep, we're good. Dude, look how on top of everything we are. I'm just gonna look at the filters really quickly because I'm about to wrap this one up, but I want to quickly go through them all. No more heresy here. We're successfully spreading our religion into Leowin. And into Cyrodiil. Look at this. My religion is really starting to ramp up here in Cyrodiil. 22 months until I finish converting this. Is it still impossible here? Yep, it's still impossible in Rimmon. How are we doing on development? Still kicking ass. 81! 81 development. 38. 39. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Morrowind has lost some of its development. Yeah, we checked this. Spreading my language. Cyrodiilic used to be spoke down here in Argonia, but that's no longer the case. Alright, let's get this legacy before I forget. Monthly diplomacy lifestyle experience for my whole dynasty. Cool beans. How's control? Oh my... Dude. Let this just be... Let this picture just be everything. Just to show how well we're doing. No control problems, except for the odd one here and there. But my empire is the most under control place in the world. Cyrodiil's kind of falling apart. Mostly thanks to us. Because I'm sure we're adding to the tension around here. Our next conquest is most likely going to be for the Imperial City. Because this is a manageable piece. I might as well take this on. Absorb this into my domain. Of course. Of course I'm going to hold on to that. I'm trying to delay fighting Bruma because the war is just going to be so obnoxious. Because it's going to be this massive thing. So maybe we'll fight Ellen here, and I'll go after Anvil, delaying our war against Kvatch because I still have my dynasty member here. So, this piece of Argonia looks like they're going to successfully split away. Which will make it easier for us. Oh yeah, look at this. Cheydinhal. Cheydinhal broke up. And now my brain has this huge tumor on it. Alright, lords and ladies. What else do we need to do? We're done managing everything. We built the temples. Did all that. Let's give this to somebody. Tell him to convert. Because that's his damn job. Give the duchy title to this guy. Who's got his wife pregnant. He's celebrating his new title by banging his wife. I can relate. And now I want to give him directive. And then, finally... Oh, it's not called Skingrad anymore. It's called Sarchal. Or Sarshal. Maybe it's because we're High Elves and we took it. That's why we renamed it. Sarshal? That sounds like Senshal. It's going to be confusing. Okay, lords and ladies, let's make our daughter a king. And then I'm going to wrap it up. Don't get yourself killed. And then finally, give her a directive to start converting. Alright, that takes care of that. Really fun episode, guys. This is really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We're almost up to 100,000 gold in the bank. We're still making a decent amount of renown passively. Definitely getting the help from Kavach. We've been giving items to people to make sure they're boosting our renown. Still got a while before our fascination finishes. And we only just got our legacy, so we're going to probably have to wait a long time. I'll do another check of my realm to make sure I didn't miss any temples, but the second time I went through it, I'm pretty sure I got them all. So I don't think we're going to get to upgrade any temples until we get the ability to upgrade temples to level 3. I could upgrade this one, but he's not in my dynasty. See? So when we have the ability to upgrade them to level 3, we could do that all over again, and maybe have another episode where we get like 2 or 3 legacies in one. But thank you so much for being here today, lords and ladies. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments, your likes, share this with your friends, and subscribe if you are not subscribed. I would really appreciate that. Help the channel grow. I mean, that's like the greatest thing you guys can do for me. Just hit that subscribe button. Join me for future episodes. Have some fun with me. We'll be back again with another one. Episode 43 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.